K for 2026 on TalkSport.
It's not been the best start of the new year for Ruben Amorim, but it could be yours. TalkSport giving you the chance to win a massive 26 grand. 12 p.m. this Friday. We're going to be calling one lucky winner with a guaranteed payment made that day. Yeah, one of you could pocket 26 grand. Here's how to enter. For your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 423 9761. Lines closed 12 p.m. Friday. That's when you need to answer your phone if it rings. UK residents only, 18 plus. This is a network promotion. All T's and C's at talksport.com/win. See for your chance to win 26 grand. Text WIN to 83338 now. Good luck. Right, it's time to look back at this weekend's Premier League action in association TalkSport Bet.
Dermot O'Query.
Evening, Derm.
Evening, Derm.
Evening, Jace. Evening, James.
How are you, matey? You good?
I'm good, thank you.
Look, I'm going to get...
Happy New Year, Derm.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year to both of you.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to get straight into it because there's a few good talking points. The Florian Wirtz goal, mate. What's your take on it? I don't see what the argument really is, but the goal was given as onside, but a lot of people saying he's offside.
I realised, Jamie, honestly, watching this game, I realised that whatever you do in football, whatever law you change to help what people want is never going to work. And the reason I say that is, do you remember the famous goal disallowed at Tottenham a few years ago, Sheffield United, where Lundstrom, the joke was if he'd have wore size 6 boots instead of size 8, he would have been onside.
Yeah.
But he was given offside.
It's been a few, but yes.
Yeah, and everybody goes, oh, it's not right. So they've decided they'll have thicker lines. This is what they do. They have thicker lines, so as A, it stops the toenail offside, and B, it gives the forward the benefit of the doubt. Suddenly that's arisen yesterday, and it's already happened this season, but it didn't get picked up as much because the problem yesterday was because Wirtz was actually on the cut of the grass. And because he was on the cut of the grass, to the naked eye, it was a lot more optical. When you look at it, you go, oh, he's actually offside. But because of the tolerance level, it's give him onside. Now, everybody voted for this. The shareholders all voted for it on the back of what people wanted. It's what people wanted. It's what people demanded. And now it's like, this is outrageous. You know, he's offside and the goal's been given. And I'm like, well, hang on, which side of the fence do you want to jump on?
Derm, look, I don't have a problem with it. I genuinely, as long as these, and the thicker lines are drawn every single time, because and this is the thing as football fans, you know what we can be like. There will be another instant you can bet your backside there's going to be a decision. This to now and the end of the season where something is similar and he's given offside, right? And you wait, that's gonna come along. As long as the lines are the same for every single. I remember the thicker lines coming in, Derm. I remember that conversation. Yeah, absolutely remember it, right?
Well, the thing is, Jason, as I had to remind people this morning, we're going, well, we don't know about this. I said, well, that's really your fault because you haven't educated yourself.
What's the tolerance level for the thicker lines? What's in millimetres, or what is it?
5 centimetres.
5 centimetres, right?
Which is about 2 inches.
About 2. Okay. I don't have a problem with that, Derm. I honestly don't. As long as every single line that's drawn throughout the rest of the season and season, as long as that's the same, I ain't got a problem with it.
Well, it's been going for 4.5 years, Jace, and I calculate this morning, that's 380, 760, 50. That's 720 matches it's been running for like that. And suddenly people go, wow, we've never heard of this. Well, I can't believe it happened at Newcastle, Man City earlier in the season with Guimarães and Diaz. Very, very similar situation where the same rule was applied, the thicker lines were applied, and the goal was given for Guimarães.
I think we've forgotten about the thicker lines, Derm, because this is such it's not like this happens every week, is it? And I think it's just one of those scenarios, because of the cut of the grass, from the naked, he looks offside, right? And, you know, don't give me a Liverpool Fulham fan, you look at it, you go, he looks offside there. Because the thicker line, as long as it's the same every single time a line's drawn, Derm. I don't have a problem.
What, I mean, obviously we've got automating now as well, right?
Yeah.
Does that work the same?
Well, again, the thicker lines, because we have to remember in the Champions League and all the other leagues, they have zero tolerance. And this is what, when we started, that's what it was. It was zero tolerance. So we was going, well, this is ridiculous. It's a toenail offside. It can't happen. So the Premier League used the thicker lines on the backing of the clubs, on the back of the stakeholders. It's what people wanted, and it was more acceptable. But I think the problem occurred yesterday, as Jace alluded to, was because of the cut of the grass. Because you've got that shaded area that Wirtz or the defender was on, and Wirtz was slightly into the lighter shade, it just leapt out. So everybody's going, well, this isn't right.
So here's a question for you. The on-field decision was offside, right?
Okay. It was, yes.
Right, okay. Did the linesman get it wrong?
Well, see, I mentioned this to a friend of mine last night, honestly. No, I actually, Jace, my best mate is Alan Wiley, and I said to him last night, I said, do you realise, I said, you've got one of the most brilliant on-field decisions because it's 2 inches and the guy's flagged him offside, which is theoretically correct, but the technology has proved him wrong.
I know. Yeah. Well done, the linesman, but you're wrong.
All right, Derm, I'm going to move on. There's a couple of other things going on right now. Managers outside of technical areas. When I say managers, I mean one manager, Mikel Arteta. He's basically playing left wing every week. He is so far out of his technical area all the time. I cannot believe that referees have not, and especially the fourth official, have not clamped down on this. It happens every single game.
This was brought up this morning on Ref Watch, Jamie, and I wasn't being facetious. Said that the fourth official has got to be on the ball from the start. If he goes out, he goes wandering down the line. I get it. We can't have zero tolerance, but you just nudge him back and say, look, you've lost your geography. You're trying to appease him. You've lost your geography. Come on. This is the box. You know where it is. But the problem occurs, Jamie, where it's not he goes out the box, it's that he's stood on the line.
Yeah.
And a player attacks down the line, he can actually be interfering with play.
Well, he is. If you're a player and you're receiving the ball near the touchline, I've got a still image of here, and I remember this incident. He's almost pressing him himself. The player really has got no other option but to come inside. Otherwise, he's running into Arteta.
That was exactly my point this morning, Jamie. I said, I was a forward. So if he's still in that position, as you say, I have to go inside play, which I might not want to do because it might be going into trouble, or I cannon into him. But I think the easy answer is the fourth official's got to be on it from the start. Say, look, I don't want zero tolerance. I'm not going to micromanage you, but be aware this is it. I get it that you want to coach your team, but it's got to be from a yard back. It can't be on the touchline.
Can there be like a fine? Can you start? Well, can you fine him every time you're out your technical area? There's a fine.
But it should be the totting up process, Jamie. It should be, if you remember, it's now akin with the players, isn't it? Verbal warning, yellow card, red card.
Can I just say, right, because Arteta is the worst defender that I can see, maybe because he's on TV more, and he is so animated, but he's not the only one.
No, he's not.
No, they're all at it, by the way, and I just think that because Arteta is the most, he's the one that is the worst culprit, but they're all at it. I watched the ref this morning. I thought Jay Bothwell would come up with a great idea. Make the area smaller. I would, because I'm looking at Arsenal's technical area.
I don't think that stops it.
Well, I'm looking at the technical area, right? The photo we've got here. There must be 2 feet between the edge of the technical area and the pitch.
Yeah.
It's meant to be
even
1 yard.
That to me is too close.
I know, but
even the technical area is too close.
No, but I think the problem you've got them, and
don't make it smaller, Jay.
You can make it smaller, but the problem you've got is managers, coaches. They're in the moment. It's their team. They're out there. They want to kick the ball, right? That is what most managers. They want to be on the pitch. They want to help their team, right? They're standing on the sideline. The only thing they can do is be animated by saying press, get tight, or get back. And the problem is you get carried away. So you can make the technical area smaller. they're still going to stand on the touchline because they're getting as close to the they're getting as close as to the pitch as they can possibly get without being on it.
But Jay, he's only a yard out the technical area. I think if you make it like, I don't know, obviously it's impossible to do this for every game because certain pitches have certain, there's only so much space between the edge of the pitch and dugout and all that sort of stuff. But personally, I thought Jay Bothwell would come up with a great idea. I would make that. There's a space there, and if you step out of that, there's no excuse. Because actually, I'm looking at Arteta there. He's only about half a yard outside his box.
No, but he's on the line.
No, he is.
He's on the line
so
because he basically wants to be on the pitch.
It's so tight.
He wants to be on the pitch.
I alluded to this morning and said that it's all very well because somebody said, do they just ignore the fourth? I said, no, they don't. What happens is, say I'm the fourth official and I speak to either one of you as manager, you go, oh, yeah, sorry, sorry. And you're very, very genuine about it.
Yeah, of course.
But then 5 minutes later, when your player is on the opposite side of the field and you want to get a message to him, as you say, you're in the moment.
I've done it, Derm. I've done it. Not at this level, but I've done it. When I was managing and coaching, in non-league as the manager. And constantly, the fourth officials like, James, step back. And I can't, but you can't help it. And
you have to learn, don't they? They have to learn.
But it is difficult. And
it's not fair if you're on the touchline. That's not fair. And do you know what happened?
But they do need to be on top.
You know what happened?
Someone's going to snap him.
Someone's going to crunch him.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it'll be there. And if someone sees him there and the ball's there and they go for Arteta, you wait, or whoever it is on the line.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Oh, I'd love it.
Who'd you go for? Who's your number one manager?
Arteta. I'm going. If I'm there and ball's there to win. Yeah. There's a player on the sideline, but I see Arteta there as well.
Would you over the ball?
Yeah, over the ball, the lot, full works.
Could you send? Oh, here's a great question. Sorry, I never got a great. Could you send him off for that if he was genuinely going for the ball when he goes in and nobbles the manager?
I think if I thought he went for him, yes.
If the ball's there to win, say there's no player there, Derm, right? But the ball's bouncing and Arteta's there who's ready to catch the ball on the line. But you go bang right through it. Ball, man, everything.
That is exactly what I alluded to this morning, Jamie, that sometimes it can be so close that the ball's going out and it's your throw and you want to get it back to your players so quickly. Yeah. And you grab the ball and it's almost as though it's still in play.
It is. It's ridiculous.
It's a strange situation, but I agree with you, Jamie. They get sucked into the moment.
Yeah, can't help it. I've been there. I know what it's like.
Cheers, Derm.
Mate. Thank you.
Nice to speak to you both. Have a good week.
All right, that was a look at this weekend's Premier League action in association with TalkSport Bet.